camera, hello, say something. Didn't say anything, I should say. I just died out of my working process, which is good, and I'm with you now. And hello, everyone out there again, and nice to see man's huge in Atlanta, and a future just to all nice people, all all my YouTube space and those grounds that I don't know, I don't see them, they're there, and regardless of my regard, they just exist. And yes, in my current mood of whatever doing, speaking my American, I guess, related to that particular subject that I'm a big backer and follower of. Let's do something coherent for tonight, because I just, as I said, as I put it, I just literally died out of my working process. My thoughts are not groomed at all, just always just go in there in those aisles of hidden grounds of mine that are bigger follower of, and if you do that kind of activity, if you're guessing about if you have any guess around what I'm doing, put it down there in the comment section below. But please, particular observing your thoughts, ideas about what I am, and who I am, and what I'm doing, and the things that I'm doing, why I'm doing the way, why I'm doing them the way that I'm doing them, and the stuff that relates to that storyline. So, guys, I'm not again prepared at all for tonight as that regular do here on my channel, guys. I always have my adorable water, warm water without without any ingredients in that. I just say it's pretty for what purpose? For the purpose of soothing my throat and my aching soul and my not-grown thoughts in my head, and now all this shit kind of rolls down the road. It doesn't need to be reiterated once more. And if I do that, now you have to bear with all this mess in my current mood. There's a bigger, just I don't know, composer of my own destiny. If I believe that way, I hope I do. And you have to bear several seconds as soon as I get my water inside me. I'll be right back. Some stuff in there. I don't want to swallow it. I hope I didn't swallow it. Haven't swallowed it. I won't. So be careful about water drinking. Out of water drinking, water drinking in the first place, which is more important. Yeah, it's no script, no any fucking storyline. Let's do all just we do that heavy down that stuff. We regularly do some shit, and what I meant to say, I said it. And seeing we got that stuff already ranting about nothing, what was nothing, what was related to nothing, why nothing was big and still is, I say, and why nothing was hollow, why nothing was whatever related, whatever thoughts well, they were related to nothing. And let's continue our story tonight. So, Jack, if you watch these, I highly recommend switching this shit up in order just not abuse your probably your sensations, in your American soul, not to be overwhelmed with my shit of tonight. If you're brave enough to follow, and whatever people might watch my shits here, particularly this shit of tonight, then you all be prepared for my incoming ramblings, which are gonna be following further on. And it's just practice, guys. The practice of speaking American without any purpose, and just extracting words out of your head, laying on the sound on the track of their own track of becoming sounds. If I do that well, that's probably because I'm doing this ranting, rambling, and that that storyline that I put it here already. So nothing. See, I might relate to that notion of nothing, like from the probably from the almost like scientific standpoint. Before our universe was just put on that whole being of our whatever entity or multi-universe thing in the first place, it was hollow place instead of the universe. And the big bang went on and exploded, and after that just nothing, something came over and we all residents of that something being here, our universe or multi-universe thing, whatever you would like to connect, or whatever angle you would like to connect it to your own, do that seamlessly. Have my permission. My permission. So yeah, the hollow thing was there, probably still there, flanking to the universe, which are good old peeps. We are all good residents of that universe. Let's call it universe one. Universe, the universe one, and before that, universe one, which we are happy residents in earthlings and living beings of. Let's just remember about that hollow thing that was previously, instead of that, the universe number one. And that hollow thing, we can call it nothing, literally nothing, because nothing was in there, nothing was connected to it, nothing was in it, nothing was around it, nothing was inside it, nothing was near it, nothing was far away from it, and all it's just words that I may connect to that whole nothing thing. They're all there, and nothing is big, probably was bigger and still is than the universe number one, and nothing also, which is good. What is good about nothing is that thing that you can connect it to whatever you want. Just hollow context means it could be and should be probably connected to some whatever that would be. Then that first thing, nothing becomes the like a supplementary thing for that succeeding thing, whatever that would be. Let's call the universe number one. We already called it that way. So the bigger nothing probably still there, and I'm a big backer of that idea that nothing can extinct or go thorough and go away thorough. Nothing can go away thoroughly without leaving its track. Now all being here, probably that nothing left the track of its own, or with the presence of that the number one universe, as I put it. And we all just descendants of that big nothing, and we all living in the whole premise of that this number one universe. And what will happen with us in the long run, who fucking knows, right? And see, guys, that nothing just means probably something in terms of our whole history line of our living process here. And if so, then that's might be considered as a predecessor of all the uncommon life forms and all the creations of entities, physical ones, like some premises, like the number one universe, whatever universes might exist after that number being one. And not saying even about the 0 point, which I call the nothing entity, and that nothing is the third level 0 predecessor of all the forms of uncommon entities. So bigger ones, smaller ones, wherever they are, I don't fucking know what they are even, and I'm talking about them without knowing them all. Isn't it amazing, right? Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing, I should say. And guys, the notion which we call nothing might be also just pretty subtle thing to talk about, because the less you know about the subject you're talking about, the more it opens up your brain and allows you to construct any ideas connected to that thing, because it's nothing, it's hollow. Whatever you envision in your mind, you can put easily there, and that'll be correct and right, because no one actually had done that before you put that thing there. And if so, again, the only ruler and commander and shaper of your own storyline connected that nothing thing. And if I'm doing the right thoughts here and ideas, please let me know what I'm doing. I know I'm rambling, that's the purpose of speaking my American, as I put it. And let's see what we have besides what's been said about nothing. Nothing is big, probably bigger than the probably wherever it could be on our physical world here. If we don't see objects, it doesn't mean that they are not there probably we have more like many more bubbles of nothing or universes around us, but we are all residents of that the number one universe, but we don't see them all because we are not allowed by the higher divine entity to see that stuff happening around there in front of our own eyes, as you're saying. Not to intervene in the process of its own initial creation by the divine entity, and not be obsessed or upset with that happening with our own participation in that process. So I guess I put it right. I guess I put it as many. I put it just in many or in several at least different ways. It's clear. I hope it's clear. And if so, then you'll have to give me a like, dislike, whatever. Subscribe, unsubscribe, do what you want. With your activities on my channel, you're allowed to do whatever you want. So I have practicing my American. I don't know what very fucking doing on my channel. If you're practicing your listening American abilities, then I'm just glad and happy about you that you did that way and you followed for this fucking long, I should say. I applaud you for doing so. Be good, never give up. I'll be with you on as soon as I release something shit and meaningful and stupid for you. And that all comes from different sides at the same time. So yes, I gotta roll again. Now I can do it. Night. Have a nice one. Wake up, chill for an after lesson. And coming morning, I'll be with you on as soon as I wake up. I hope I will. I hope we all will. Be good, and thanks again for being with me tonight to report practicing whatever practicing my American. Be good and night. So in a while. Thanks again for participating in my life by following my channel, for your being here at my place right now and whatever, whenever else. Be good and go raw night.